What is happening, everyone? Welcome back to G-Ball Vision. Today I have for you guys another exciting unboxing to dig into. Before we get started, double check and make sure you are subscribed to the channel. I would love to have you here. Before you head out, do me a huge favor. Hit that thumbs up button. I greatly appreciate it, everyone. Feel free to let me know down in the comments what you are carrying in your pockets today. Love hearing from you guys down there. So I just took this out of the mailer, and I have not been into this box yet. We have a package coming in from our good buddies over at GoodSkrew. And if you are not familiar with GoodSkrew, they make the finest drivers for your disassemblies and just basically drivers for whatever you could need a driver for. They make the best. All kinds of different materials, all kinds of different finishes and anodes. They do a fantastic job. So let's see what they have in store for us here today. I am not sure what they sent in. They told me it would be a surprise. So the surprise is going to be getting into this guy. Oh, wow. So we have a driver and a bit holder. And it looks like we also have some extra hardware and parts here. And the packaging that they have, guys, is absolutely incredible. We have a couple certifications in here and a COA card. If I can get the COA out of here. There we go. So we have a certificate of legitness there with a nice little stamp. That is awesome. GoodSkrew is a company that definitely likes to have fun. So we have the GoodSkrew Commando set coming in titanium. And just look at the finish that they did on this driver. Absolutely insane. I will have GoodSkrew linked down in the description. It is just going to be a link so that way you can head over there and check out what they have to offer. It is not an affiliate link or anything like that. And I have purchased one of their drivers previously. Basically, when they first started up, I did order a driver from them. We can pull that out here in a moment. But let's take a look at this guy. Look at that finish on there. So the Commando, it looks basically like they went with a camo pattern on this. And this is going to be made out of solid titanium. Some of the best action on a driver in the game as well. The bearings in there. This will spin for quite some time. We could probably sit this here and that will keep spinning while we are talking. Now the bit holder here, you might be saying, well, where's the bits? Well, they send you a nice little stack of bits here. 2 packs and 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, so 24 bits they send along with the driver. And then they also send in some swiggity swag with their stuff as well. Love their stickers, love their unboxing experience, their packaging. They do a great job. Extra hardware. We'll move that guy out of the way. So the really cool thing is, guys, once this stops spinning here, you can kind of set this up however you please. You have a spot for 2, 4, 6, 8 bits there, and that's perfect. That means you could put, 2 6s, an 8, a 10. You could put a 15 and a 20 in there, and then an extra spare of an 8 or whatever you feel like you use the most. And that's probably what I'll do, is throw a couple 6s, maybe 2 8s, and then a 10, a 15, and a 20, and then kind of just see, what we are looking like there. But we have a nice row of Torx here, and as that settles down, I can show you guys what the final, now you're probably familiar, or maybe you're not, but if you're not, this driver can actually be housed in this guy here, and this can actually spin while this is actually spinning. So it's a pretty cool, if you work at a desk or you have a desk at home, this is definitely a nice piece that you could sit on the desk and then use for your various equipment, whatever it might be, your knives, your multi-tools, whatever other little projects you might be working on. You can, use the driver as you see fit. Doesn't have to be just for knives. It doesn't have to be just for EDC gear. You could use it for kind of whatever your little heart desires. So I'm going to attempt to get some of these bits out of here, which ones I think. So here we have, don't mind the glue on my thumb, it is just glue, so settle down. So that is a 10 right there. And as far as their bits, it's been a long time when I first ordered from them. That's an 8, or that's a 9 there, so we don't really need that one per se. It's not a bad bit to have around, but not necessarily a needed bit. And then we have an 8 here, so we'll put that guy in. This is an awesome little setup here, so that would be 7, 6. And it's cool that they offer to send some bits in. Now, these are going to be a little bit more on the premium end of drivers as they go, but you are not going to get a driver that is this quality and this kind of setup for a better price than what they are offering. Now, I can see people saying, that that's a lot of money for just a bit driver. And, yeah, I guess it is. But it didn't stop me from right away when I learned about the company. It's been a couple years now, but I ran right over to the website and I picked up, I believe this is called the Bedlam. And this is a full titanium anode job here. And this one will also fit on here as well. Oh, this one's a little shorter. So that's cool. They do different sizes. But as you can see there, if you get just the base and you already have a driver, whatever driver you have will fit on this guy. I'll probably just leave this go as it is. But what's really cool is I can set this up with an 8 and keep an 8 strictly in this, put a 6 or a 10 or whatever, and just leave a strict 10 in this one. And then that way I got 2 absolutely solid drivers for disassembly purposes. It almost feels like this one is, well, they're both pretty smooth. Should we spin them both and see which one lasts the longest? We'll go inside with both. I think I got a good spin on both of them. We'll kind of see. Oh, he's already done. No, that can't be right. That one spins longer than that. You know what it is, I think? I put a drop or 2 of oil down in the bearings of this one a couple weeks back, and I never finished kind of spinning it and getting that oil worked in. Because this used to spin, I timed it for like a minute and some change. So kind of what this one's doing right now. I think the lightweight oil I have in there is kind of needing to be worked in. You can kind of see it stopping prematurely there. But they definitely do a fantastic job on the entire driver. And they basically make a combo driver and fidget toy, if you will, because this would make one hell of a fidget toy. If you like spinners and stuff like that, this will definitely be right up your alley, because you can spin this guy and spin this guy for hours and hours. And then, you have this double whammy here. I wonder if we can spin this and this. Yeah, we can. If we get them going in the same direction, they might spin together. So I can hold the base here. Woo! So anyway, you could sit and mess with this thing for hours and hours. This is awesome because I'll be able to leave this guy sit right at my desk, and at my disposal, I'll have all the Torx bits that I need to have in hand. So that would be an 8, or no, that was a 10. What do they jump up to? They might jump up to a 15 here. I'm not 100% sure. So that jumps up to a 15 there. Although I don't have a ton of knives that call for a 15, I do have some. And then I also have one knife that calls for, I believe it is a 25, I want to say. And that is a 20 there. Or no, that's a 25 there. And I believe it's a 25. I need to double check that. This is a Weehaw bit T10. So that will stay with the Bedlam as its primary spot. A T10 for the Bedlam. And then I'll probably move this into a T8. So we're not going to disassemble this guy, but I do have a Medford here. And I believe that this is a 25. Is it? Yeah, that's a 25 there. So this is the only knife that I have that would need a 25. But, you know, I guess I could keep it. There's plenty of room here. So 15, 25. I don't really have anything that calls for a 20, but could put it in here. And even then, I still have 2 spots left. So I could do a 6, 8, 10, 15, 20, 25, and then still be able to put a 6 and an 8 in here to have backups of both. So that is pretty sweet, guys, and this will definitely be sitting at the desk here. So what do we got? This would make this a 20, right? I don't think I really have. Do I have anything that calls for a 20? I don't think so. But we'll put it in just in case, just because. So, and it's nice and easy to see. If I set this up properly, I could do a 6, 6, and then an 8, 8, and then 10, 15, 20, 25. That'll be absolutely perfect. Perfect. So, and then these will go in a drawer along with these, with all my hundreds of extra bits. And I can bring out some other bits and install in here. We can do that in a different time frame. I'm not sure what we have going on in here. If this is extras for the driver here. So it looks like a little different. Oh, they did do it differently. So with the old one, you have this style cap, which you just unscrew this guy. And that will get you down into your bearings and kind of the housing, right? And that's what I was talking about. I dropped some oil in this part, and then I dropped some oil down in here. I still feel some grease, so I probably should have cleaned that a little better. But that is the post there that has, well, that holds your bearing housing here. And what that basically, if you're not familiar with these types of drivers, basically this is so you can put this in your palm and that will spin, or that will stay stationary so you can get a lot of torque on this handle, right? That is so you can get into something that maybe has some Loctite on it and really break it free while this stays put in your hand. But then it also gives you the ability to do the fidget stuff with it as well. I do like this setup a little bit more. I kind of am leaning towards this being my go-to right here. This used to be my go-to until this guy came in. This one's a little bit shorter, which is going to make this potentially have a lot more or a little bit more torque. So very similar setup here. And that is going to be, so that is going to be your main spinning function here. So I'm trying to figure out what this guy is. This is a new ring for that there. That's a new ring for this. And then I'm not sure what these washers are for, unless they go underneath there or something like that. That'll be a video for another day. I just basically wanted to do a fun video and talk about some GoodSkrew. I love getting a GoodSkrew. There's nothing quite like it on the market. Now, this is, you know, these are aiming at a specific market. You know, if you are the type of person that just kind of scoffs at this idea, well, then these are probably not for you. But, you know, people like me who are, you know, I try to be financially cautious with my purchases. I don't want to just buy random stuff that I'll never use, or random expensive stuff that is actually cheap. You know, in the sense of this driver here, with the exception of this getting lost or stolen, this will last forever. My kids, and their kids will be able to use this driver. So yeah, I'm the, you know, we pay the price now for our great grandkids to have a, you know, icon in a sense that will be able to be handed down forever. And at this rate, both my kids are obsessed with knives and gear already. So if I were to pass this down someday, I believe it would be in great hands, and they would pass it down as well to someone deserving. But you're going to pay a premium for this stuff, but it is just excellently executed, just very well machined. You're not going to find a single issue with this guy anywhere. I'm talking about finishing, rough edges. Everything is going to be chamfered and softened down where it needs to be. You can see all the intricate milling that's been done on these. Just an exceptional piece right here. And you can see there that, what do you got there? Maybe a 1/2 inch or so difference. You know, of course, forgetting the bit there, maybe about a 1/2 inch or so. So potentially you'll be able to get a little bit more onto this one. Just because it's a little bit smaller, you'll be able to get a little bit more torque, which tells me, you know, put a smaller bit in this one, like a 6 or an 8, where this one is perfect with the T10, and that is probably how this one is going to stay. So that is awesome. Huge shout out to GoodSkrew for sending this guy in for me to continue using on all of my disassemblies, and you can bet your bottom dollar I will be using the new Commando, and I will continue using the Bedlam as my 2 primary drivers. Thank you guys for watching. Massive shout out to GoodSkrew for sending this guy in. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Greatly appreciate it when you do that, guys. And if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because we release new videos every single day, sometimes twice a day. I would love to have you here. Otherwise, guys, I'll throw up a couple new videos here, here, and here. Go watch one of those. Hope you have an awesome day, and I will catch you on the next one.